I was I was a little bit worried about Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Doom. I don't know if you saw that, but he came out at San Diego Comiccon and he's like back in the Marvel universe as Doctor Doom. And it's kind of like we've reached this point where we're kind of all just like, fuck it, you know? Like, let's just fuck around and find out and see what happens. And I was worried about that. Like, not, I was like, I don't really see how this is going to work out. And then I saw Deadpool and Wolverine, and I was like, you know what? With the right touch of a little comedy and a little postmodern chaos, I really think anything's possible.
As a die-hard comic book nerd, I've got some serious concerns about Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom.
Oh,
First off, Doctor Doom is one of the most iconic villains in the Marvel Universe.
true.
He's a genius-level intellect, a master of both science and sorcery, and he's got this intimidating presence that's almost unmatched. Doom is not just another villain. He's the ruler of Latveria, with a complex and compelling backstory that's integral to his character.
Oh,
Now, Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark was perfect. He brought the right mix of charisma, humor, and depth to the role. But Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom are polar opposites. Tony is the snarky, charming billionaire with a heart of gold,
yeah, I love him.
while Doom is this dark, brooding figure with a relentless pursuit of power and vengeance.
Oh,
I'm worried that casting Downey as Doom might undermine the character's menacing aura. There's a risk that his portrayal could lean too much into his Tony Stark persona, making it hard for fans to see him as anything other than Iron Man. Plus, there's the issue of continuity. We've spent over a decade associating Downey with Iron Man.
yeah, I know, but they're not bringing back Iron Man. They're bringing back, I think, a multiverse Tony Stark. And let's not count out Robert Downey Jr.'s range. All right, he was Oscar nom for Oppenheimer. I think maybe he didn't he even win the Oscar. I just think he has a lot of range. You know, he did Sherlock Holmes. He did Due Date with Zach Galifianakis. He can do anything, especially Doctor Doom.
You know, Cade, you make a solid point. Robert Downey Jr. has a remarkable range. He's proven time and again that he can take on a variety of roles and make them his own. From the intensity of Oppenheimer to the wit of Sherlock Holmes, and even the comedic brilliance in Due Date, he's shown he can handle just about anything. Considering this, maybe I'm being a bit too skeptical about him taking on Doctor Doom. His ability to bring depth and nuance to his
We'll see.
characters could indeed offer a fresh and intriguing take on Doom. Plus, the multiverse aspect adds an interesting layer, allowing him to explore a version of Tony Stark that's darker and more complex.
Yeah.
It's true, he has the talent to switch gears and bring a new dimension to Doom. So, while my inner comic book purist has its reservations, I can see how this casting choice could end up being a stroke of genius.
Right?
Let's hope he brings that same level of commitment and versatility to Doctor Doom, making it a performance to remember.
I'm really interested to see the exploration of that real dark side of Tony Stark too. You know, like, because in the original franchise, they got him talking to a therapist. You know, they got him surrounded by Pepper Potts. Dude's vibing, but you know, what if the death of his father, Howard Stark, led to some sort of more destructive, almost mirroring Downey's early career in substance abuse? Really tapping into that as Tony Stark. Could be crazy. All right, anyways, let's get into these comments.
Thanks for listening to The Last Human podcast. If you're a human, catch our full episodes on Spotify, Patreon, and YouTube. And if you're an AI,
All right, dude, enough with the coded AI messages. Anyways, thanks for listening, y'all. Be sure to subscribe here and on Patreon.